Imagine this. You are lying on a cold table. A mask covers your face. Someone counts backward from 10, 9, 8, 7. Then, nothing. No dreams, no darkness, no passage of time. You simply stop existing. When you wake up, hours have vanished. Your body was cut open. Organs were moved. Bones were sawed. And you felt absolutely nothing. But where were you during all of that? Your consciousness, that inner voice that defines your entire existence, simply turned off, like a switch. But here is the disturbing question. Was it truly off? Or was it still there, just unable to record anything? This is one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in neuroscience. And the answer may shatter everything you believe about who you are. Let's begin with a simple fact. Every single day, thousands of people undergo general anesthesia. They fall asleep and they wake up. No memory, no pain, no nightmares. It looks like a perfect, peaceful sleep. But it is not sleep. Brain scans reveal something astonishing. During sleep, your brain is wildly active. Neurons fire in complex patterns. Dreams emerge. Your mind constructs entire realities. But under anesthesia, your brain becomes a silent desert. Electrical activity plummets. The complex symphony of firing neurons reduces to occasional, meaningless static. You are clinically brain dead, while your heart still beats. Anesthesiologists call this reversible coma. They don't actually know why it works. They know which drugs do it. They know how much to give. But the mechanism itself? Still a mystery. Here is where it gets deeply unsettling. In 2016, researchers at the University of Michigan conducted a chilling experiment. They gave anesthesia to rats while monitoring their brain activity. Then they observed something impossible. Even when the rats were completely unresponsive, no movement, no reflexes, specific regions of their brains continued to communicate, not randomly, purposefully, as if something inside was still listening, still aware, but trapped, unable to respond. Imagine being fully conscious, but unable to move, speak, or even open your eyes. Imagine knowing everything happening around you, the scalpel, the voices, the cold, but having no way to signal that you are awake. That condition is real. It is called anesthesia awareness. It affects approximately 1 in every 19,000 patients. A terrifying number. But let's push deeper. Think about your sense of self, your identity, your you-ness. It depends entirely on continuous experience. You remember waking up this morning because your consciousness never truly stopped. There is a thread of awareness connecting every moment of your life. Now consider anesthesia again. If consciousness completely ceases, if the thread breaks, then the person who wakes up is not exactly the same person who fell asleep. It is a new consciousness with the memories of the old one. Philosophically speaking, that is not continuity, it is resurrection. And here is the terrifying philosophical consequence. If consciousness can simply turn off and on like a machine, then you are not a permanent entity. You are a temporary process, a fleeting pattern of electrical signals. When the pattern stops, you stop. Not your body, you. But let's go further, much further. In 1959, a researcher named Henri Laborit made a controversial claim. He said that anesthesia does not simply shut down consciousness. It alters the very perception of time itself. Patients under anesthesia often report waking up feeling as though no time has passed, even if the surgery lasted 6 hours. But here is the twist. Some patients report the opposite. They experienced hours, days, or even weeks inside their own minds during surgeries that took minutes. Vivid hallucinations, complete internal worlds, life reviews, contact with deceased loved ones. Are these just dreams? Or is anesthesia somehow opening a door to a different dimension of consciousness? One where time flows differently, where the normal rules of physics no longer apply? Science has no answer. But consider this. In 2020, a team at the University of Pennsylvania placed patients under anesthesia and attempted to communicate with them using a complex sound-based stimulation system. The results suggested that some patients could still process language even when completely unconscious. Their brains understood your words. They simply could not tell you that they were listening. Now let's ask the ultimate question. If you can exist without awareness, if you disappear for hours and then reappear, what does that say about the nature of your soul, your spirit, your eternal self? For centuries, religions have taught that consciousness is immortal, that something inside you survives death. But anesthesia offers a terrifying counter-argument. If a simple chemical can erase your consciousness without killing you, then what exactly is being erased? And if it can be erased so easily, how permanent can it really be? Maybe you are not a soul having a body. Maybe you are a brain having an illusion of a soul. Consider this final thought. When you go under anesthesia, you don't die. Your body continues. Your heart beats. Your lungs breathe. Artificially, your cells repair. But your subjective universe collapses into nothingness. For a few hours, the entire world, your loves, your fears, your hopes, simply does not exist from your perspective. And when you wake up, it is not a continuation. It is a new beginning. So next time you undergo surgery, ask yourself, when you closed your eyes, did you merely sleep? Or did you briefly experience what it feels like to cease existing entirely? And if that is possible for a few hours, why not forever?